Okie dokie, so my chaise has arrived. I am going to try and figure out how to get this thing in the house and get it put together. Okay, so we have made it inside the house now, and it's pretty heavy, so I'm going to have to open the box to figure out how I can bring the pieces upstairs to put it together. And that's Wiley. Hello, it's your favorite treasure hunter, Leah. Hey, before we get started on putting this chaise lounge together, I am going to just take you through some of the things that I put together in the last 6 months, and it's a pretty high count because everything you get nowadays has to be put together. So let me show you what I put together over this last few months, and I think you'll get a kick out of it. The first and worst thing I put together is this Adirondack chair. I will share with you what happened when this was delivered. So I ordered 4 of them, and they actually come in a box per piece. Well, there are 55 pieces. They are not labeled, and the directions do not, they just show pictures. So literally, what should have been like a half an hour took me like 3 hours. 3 hours I cannot get back. So needless to say, I sent the other 3 back and kept this one. It's a great plant holder. Piece number 2. This entry table I put together, I think I talked about it before, but this really only took like a half an hour. So it was super easy. It's really just the stand and a couple screws on the bottom. So this project was really easy. There's Wiley and there's Lucy. So this is number 3. This is a little corner cabinet that's in the downstairs bathroom powder room. It's really cute. It is just big enough to hold some toilet paper and some towels and keeps everything neat. Number 4, wine rack. Okay, this is number 5. This entertainment center was a bear to put together, but it came in multiple pieces. So the 2 end pieces basically folded out. The bottom piece was great, easy to put on except for the top. He had little pins in it, which you had to line up. And then the top bridge, this was a 2-person job to get this installed. So thank goodness I had a friend come visit and she helped me get it all assembled. It took about, well, it was multiple days, but we did it in 2 parts. Number 6, this little seat. You can use it in the shower. I actually use it for towels, but this was super difficult to get together with the screws, so I needed a power drill to do it. The tools that they provided didn't work. Number 7, shower bamboo seat. It actually went together pretty easily with the tools, so no complaints there. So this little nightstand is 8 and 9. There are 2 of them. This was really easy to put together. It's super cute. 10 and 11. I have 2 benches at the end of one of the twin size beds that I have, so it turned out super cute. 12 and 13. There are 2 little beds that I put together, twin size. They are really nice and they were really easy to put together. Just a little bit, took a little bit longer, because they're need to be put together in a specific way. 14, this little end table, I actually had to put together twice, and I don't think it's still put together correctly. Put it together once, took it apart because it was incorrect, put it together again, and then it was still incorrect, and I put it together and put it in the bedroom anyway, so it doesn't matter, nobody's going to see it. This is 15. This is a little console table. I was going to use it in my entryway, but it's too small, so now I have it in one of the spare bedrooms with a TV on it. So there are 6 chairs that I put together that took about a half an hour each. I put the table together. That was outside here. It took me about 45 minutes or so. And then the umbrella, you need to put the base together. It's full of water, fairly heavy, and then you need to put together the umbrella. So quite a few things, but these pieces are really nice, and I really like them. All right, I put together 2 of these little fountains. These are actually just 2 pots, and I hot glued them together, and I filled it up with water. And on top here are these cute little solar features. I paid 10 bucks each for them. And then as long as you just keep the water full, away they go. There's 2 of them here. Okay, I'm getting ready to open this big package up for the chaise. The arrows are pointing up, so I'm going to open this up and find the directions. Okay, so the box is open. It looks like I'm really going to have to take everything out of here before I can find the directions. And I'm going to just take it piece by piece upstairs because it's pretty heavy. Okay, that wasn't too bad. That was only 4 trips up and down the stairs. Now we're going to go find the instructions. Okay, so this was nicely packed. We have the bottom of the seat and the slats. And then looks like the pillow for the back. And then a box with the instructions, which I still need to open. And then the pad for the bottom of the chaise. Okay, I have everything out, and I'm actually just going to open this last box here that has the parts in it, I hope. And then we'll get putting together once I find the instructions. Okay, so I found the packet of instructions. I'm going to open this up and find out what I need to do. It doesn't look too hard, but we'll see. Okay, so I found I guess it would be the headboard piece, or I'm not sure what they call it on a chaise, but that's there. And then I'm going to open the directions. Okay, the first thing I like to do is really kind of read through the assembly instructions and then make sure I have all the pieces. So I have a seat frame and a back frame. Those are both there. Seat cushion, back cushion, pillow, middle legs, and front legs. Those are all there. And they are here in these pieces here. And then down here, you could see there is the description of all of the parts that are in there. Hopefully they're all there. And then basically it tells you how to put it together. It really doesn't look overly difficult. So let's get going. So once I open the packet, I really just go through and double check that everything is there. And so we are ready to go. Okay, so the first step it wants me to do was there's a little edge in here that it wants you to slide in. And then there's one on both sides. And then it wants you to put the bolts in there with this tool here. And then what I normally do is just hand tighten them and get them in there so they're tight. So when we get ready to screw them in properly, they're already kind of set. And then we can just get going, loading them in and tightening them up. What I normally do is put the Allen wrench in here and tighten as much as I can. And then, because it requires a little more hand strength, if you get a little leverage and put it in this way, it'll enable you to get it nice and tight. So you keep doing that until it gets tight. And then I just work my way through, and then I go back and kind of tighten again to make sure everything's in there very tight. Okay, those are all in and tightened. I'm going to go on to the next step. So the next step is putting in the front legs, and these actually slide in. I have this turned around, so I need to turn this around to work on it. And then again, the bolts and things to be tightened up in there. So these are in, and basically now I just need to tighten it up. Okay, we're getting there. The last thing, or one of the last things to do, is actually to put these, let me back up here, these extra legs on here. basically screwing them on. So this is going to actually hold it so it doesn't bend when you're sitting on it. It's really important that you put these on here. Don't strip it. Just goes in and it gets screwed in until it's tight. And then the next one has this little cover on here too, just to make sure that it's solid on here. So basically screws in and you just turn it righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. So you just tighten it until it is tight on here. A few more turns. And then we're going to flip this thing over and put the screws in to hold the slats because those are loose. And then we'll put the pads on. Okay, I had to go get my drill because even though these are actually drilled out, the hole on the piece is not drilled out. So I am going to use my drill and get this done. Okay, so we're done. These are the parts that are left over. They always give you one extra just in case. And then I'm glad I went and got the drill because I wouldn't have been able to get those in. That was pretty difficult because the holes weren't drilled. So let's get this set up. So I really like this. It literally took 30 minutes. That's how long it said on the directions as well. So it's going to be here in the corner. And I have a few things that I'm going to style and we'll finish it up. So I bought this little table at a Salvation Army right outside of Charlotte, and it is beautiful. It was originally $19.99. It had a blue tag on it, so out the door it was $15. But what is amazing about this table, and I'm going to just turn this over really quick, is it has original tags on here from a company called R.P. Morton. And what's amazing about this is R.P. Morgan is from Chicago, Illinois. And this was actually in the original Merchandise Mart on Lakeshore Drive, which doesn't exist anymore. So from the late 1920s to the early 1930s, there was a Merchandise Mart on Lakeshore Drive. And it doesn't exist anymore. And it has the tag on there from this location. So I'm in love with the table. I'm going to style it now. So we are all styled now. I just want to share with you, and I shared these in a previous video, but these are some beautiful Art Deco candlesticks that I got thrifting at a Salvation Army in a town not too far from where I live. They are beautiful, and I hope you like what's done here. Please let me know what you think. Like, share, and subscribe.